It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Fred Warner. He's a nightmare to deal with in the front seven. It's the 49ers and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. Not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
2nd and 11. On play action, here's Dak. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Our 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
It's fair to say this season hasn't gotten off to the type of start they likely envisioned for themselves, but it's still early. A win here, it could go a long way towards changing the trajectory of this entire season. But what's going to make this even more difficult today, not only the worthy opponent that they face, but having to go on the road and do it here in a hostile environment. If he is able to lead his team to a win today, I think that gives them the spark to turn this season around.
It's caught. That's Deontay Johnson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He's got his man, complete to Pearson. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Niners first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And just a short pickup there to about the 44. 2nd down and 8. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
That is a big gain for the 49ers. 35 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll look to throw yet again. The second down throw is incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. And he will take it in himself. Touchdown, 49ers. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's caught by Leonard. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Pistol now for Prescott. Quick throw here is complete. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On the play fake, Dak. To the right side here, pass is caught. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down. They'll throw again, Dak. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Prescott again. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and It ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. At the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now they'll set up to throw. Right side, pulled in by Samuel. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. They'll look to throw again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times. And it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it. And not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
Back to the air one more time. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Good throw, taken in. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Throwing is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's to his tight end, Kittle. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On second and 10, they'll try to throw. This throw, left side, caught by Kittle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Third and a yard. Pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have a 49ers first down. They're able to convert on third and short, picking up 4. They'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Back to throw. All right, chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Back to the air again on second and 10. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay.
Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
On fourth down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker, on to punt. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Cowboys offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Second and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott. Pass right side, caught by Lamb. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Again, Prescott to the air. Completed right side to Ferguson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. In motion, Lamb. Here comes the jet sweep. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out. They reacted quickly. Down for a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Ready for this? Dak. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Back to the air once more on second down. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Don't need much. It is third and inches. They'll try to get this one on the ground. They'll mark him down there at the 33, but that is good enough. A run gives him a first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Complete to Deebo Samuel. A gain of 13 yards. And a 49er first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's made right side. It's Johnson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. They'll look to throw yet again. A short one there, caught by Kittle.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up first and goal.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. His second touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This just makes it to the landing zone. It's taken at the 18. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Dak gonna run with it himself.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Second down, Prescott. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the Niners' 45-yard line.
Back to throw is Prescott. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Dak to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have a Cowboys first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains. To the air again. Prescott. That's to Ferguson once again. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Prescott again. Off he goes. And he will score. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He'll drop to throw. Throw on the run is complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Now he'll run it. with defenders closing in, he says enough is enough and slides to a halt there. A huge play just before the half. 35 yards. Back to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Now return coming from the 7. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, halftime here, it's the visitors, the 49ers, who are on top, as we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Packers trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Tua Tagovailoa with a touchdown throw. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This is going to be taken in at the 3. A good return as he takes it across the 30. 49ers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot down the field. Ricky Pearson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Pearson. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get this up to the 44. Micah Parsons on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Asante Samuel up from the corner spot to make the stop. We'll try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Nowhere to get away. He's going to go down.
Really nice job here in the second half for this defense to come out and make a play. That last sack is going to go a long way to getting off the field, getting the offense the ball back, and see if they can chip away.
49ers out for the punt, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Cowboys offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Here's Prescott. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. Up the middle they go. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The Niners offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's made right side. It's Johnson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. They gain 18 yards on that one. 1st down, 49ers.
You can see the trust they have in this running back in the offensive line. You're facing a 3 and out. You're trying to extend this drive, turn around, hand it to the guy behind you, and let him do the rest.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's a run going left. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Niners first down. Inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. The defense stringing them out. No gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage. A run now on second down. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they track him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners will extend their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This barely gets to the landing zone. Fielded at the 19. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Oh, and that ball's intercepted. Jarvarius Ward with the pick. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
1st and 10. The Niners offense and their running back set to go once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. George Kittle was the intended target that time, and it'll be 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And a short throw caught by Ferguson.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
That's good for Cowboys. 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
18 yards on the play. That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Again, Prescott to the air. There's that man again. Another catch. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Back to throw is Prescott. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. And after a slow start to the year, they put it together so far in this one. Trying to avoid the 0-3 start and looking good to do that right now. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And finds Samuel working across the field. They get 16 on that connection. 1st down, 49ers.
1st down, San Francisco.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now give up the middle. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd He'll drop to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
It's a very fine line, Mike, for a quarterback when he escapes the pocket is how long do I remain a passer and when do I turn into a runner? And you can see the quarterback kind of going back and forth here, and probably would have been better off just throwing this one away, but instead, he takes the sack.
The 49ers out to punt this one. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Prescott now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Dak to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
The Niners offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, San Francisco. These scores have to be a relief to this team, Greg. Looking at going 0-3 instead, a 4th quarter lead. And it looks like win number 1 is on the way.
Absolutely, and at this stage of the season, still being early, this is about as close to a must-win as it gets. Historically, teams that avoid 0-3 starts by getting back to 1-2, the likelihood of them being in that playoff picture is drastically different. So, big win today when they needed it the most.
This one fielded at the 15. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, and it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw is Dak. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick six.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick six here in the 4th quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
The extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And the 49ers add on to their already sizable lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. To throw is Prescott. That'll be caught. It's the rookie from Michigan State. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
At the 42-yard line.
Now Prescott. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. They come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At their 49-yard line.
Pistol now for Prescott. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Dak. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Prescott again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the Niners' 12-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Now, Prescott. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing facing, it's just not matching up. Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with the touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.